O- Okay, pro wrestling fans, and I've been getting a lot of feedback from people saying, Mike, we haven't seen as many videos from you. We really want your opinions on everything that's going on in the world of pro wrestling. Are you okay, Mike? What's wrong? And I had a little bit of epiphany tonight. Somebody on a Facebook thread, there was an article about this Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley confrontation that might happen in the future. And of course, we've heard that for about 4 years, ever since Lashley came back. We've been expecting some Lashley Brock Lesnar match, and it hasn't happened. They've stayed away from each other, as far as I know. And a gentleman put a comment on the thread, and he said, Brock versus Lashley, I hope it happens. I'm praying for this match. Now, I felt inclined to put a reply to his comment, and the first thing that came to my mind was to write, you're praying for a Lesnar Bobby Lashley match. Can you put a prayer in for coronavirus and a prayer in for a peaceful transition of power and more so than a fucking wrestling match happening? And then I pulled myself in. I reined myself in. I didn't know this gentleman. I didn't want to, insult him. Maybe he's going through a tough day. Who knows? So I just commented, throw a prayer in for the end of coronavirus and a peaceful transition of power while you're at it. And I left it alone. It was a little swarmy, but it was open to interpretation. Was it swarmy? Was it genuine? Where was I coming from? I left it vague, but that's what I wrote, pretty much verbatim. And about an hour or so or less later, the gentleman wrote back in all caps, "Amen, brother." So I gave him a thumbs up. So just those. The point is my own lack of brutality on this gentleman. In my reply, I could have gone for the cutting sarcasm. I could have attacked him, or why are you praying for a wrestling match? But I get it. Do I think this guy is literally on his hands and knees praying for a wrestling match? Probably not. It was an expression of speech, a phrase. Is he actually on his hands and knees at night praying for Lashley and fucking Brock to wrestle? Probably not. Maybe he is, but if it happens, thank you for your prayers. But it was really about me. How do I treat the wrestling fan? Because look, I don't know how old this guy is, where he's coming from. Maybe he's been a lifelong Bobby Lashley fan or a lifelong Brock Lesnar fan. He just wants to see this fucking match. I mean, I could have said, hey, I always wanted to see Ric Flair versus Hulk Hogan, or I always wanted to see the Road Warriors versus such and such, the Steiners, and we got it at their peak once at Starrcade 89. Yes, they might have tangled a few times in 96 WCW, but it was not the same. Point is, I'm trying to be a kinder, gentler Mike Messier. As we lower the temperature, as we try to all get along finally in this country, the real question that everyone's asking is, Mike, are you a heel or a face? What can we make of the angry wrestling fan? What can we make of Mike Messier? You say such truthful things, but sometimes the truth that you bring about the WWE being a meat puppet show, about their dealings in worldwide events, all these things that you've said are so painfully accurate. What about you, Mike? Are you a heel or a face? Are you a good guy or a bad guy? And the reality is, if I really broke it down, I'm the biggest baby face in professional wrestling. And I say that because I'm willing to take the heat. I'm willing to be criticized, be ridiculed. I'm willing to take your suffering whips of lies and things you say about me, your insults, to try and mold you, to try and change you, to try to make you into men. I'm willing to take that burden upon myself, okay? I'm willing, dare I say, to be a martyr. For professional wrestling, for the fans, not for these selfish companies, not for these companies that invest your fan money into their political partners, okay? But I'm willing to confront you, to challenge you. Why are you caring about this Impact Wrestling if they're going to have a woman, a 5-foot-tall woman, beat all the men? Why are you watching a company that the guy takes a baseball bat and smashes a guy's eye socket? Why are you excited about these WWE matches that they take the money from the Saudi Arabians? They do all these horrible things. They invest in political campaigns you may not agree with. AEW doing things. Okay, their money's invested in certain places, okay? I'm the one who's challenging you, the wrestling fan, to challenge yourself to think to a higher fucking level every once in a while. So I know it's like I say about myself all the fucking time. I'm the recovering alcoholic who's going into the bars, the seedy Irish bars in the middle of the fucking neighborhood. And I'm the one with a stack full of pamphlets handing them to each and every alcoholic, an AA meeting pamphlet. I'm the one handing them in the fucking toughest Irish bar in the goddamn community, trying to get someone to listen. Now, 9 out of fucking 10 are going to rip up that pamphlet and spit on me and keep on drinking their fucking alcohol, their loaded beer of WWE, but that 1 in 10 is going to look at that fucking frosted mug and have a second fucking thought. And I'm willing to take on that fucking burden, okay? Because that's how much I care about each and every fucking one of you. All you ingrates, all you people that don't appreciate me, I'm willing to take that pamphlet and put it on your fucking head. So, I'm the biggest goddamn babyface in the business. Not Daniel Bryan with his fucking beard. Not fucking whoever the fuck. Dean Moxley with his wife. I'm the goddamn one who gives a flying shit about all the wrestling fans because I'm trying to educate you. I'm trying to show you a better way. Trying to show you that there's better wrestling you can find. You go to fucking YouTube, you find some Houston wrestling, you find some Mid-South, you find some AWA fucking wrestling, some Jim Crockett promotions, all the promotions that are long since dead because Vince McMahon took a fucking knife and he stabbed all his father's business partners in the back and he pushed them into an early grave. I'm the one that says, through the miracle of fucking YouTube, you can find these goddamn wrestling promotions and watch wrestling the way it should be. Okay? So there you fucking have it, folks. So I'm the biggest babyface in the goddamn business. That's the reality. So it's Mike Messier YouTube channel for all your Mike Messier needs, wants, fucks, and desires. MikeMessier.com. Thank you fucking very much, wrestling fans. And by the way, you're welcome.